Now for my favorite part about Friday. It's time for this week's edition of Foodie Friday, and we're visiting a newer spot in Princess Anne.
Yeah, you're sure to find something sweet, whether food or connections, at Sugar Water Restaurant. At Sugar Water Restaurant in Princess Anne, it's all about keeping it fresh, local, and family-oriented. This cioppino is exactly that. Shrimp, sea scallops, Tom's Cove clams, and a homemade fish stock jazzed up with local produce.
Spoon in some fresh diced tomatoes, our beautiful piece of cobia. It's a dense fish. It's great to fillet, it's great to cook, it's very good eating, it's very meaty. The local fish is exquisite. I mean, it's caught in the morning and brought here in the afternoon. I mean, it's that fresh. A little white wine. Finish it with some toasted sourdough.
It's just so wonderful. It's like a big punch of seafood flavor, along with like fresh, herbaceous, tomatoey notes. The fish is, I would say, very similar to a swordfish. It's a muscular fish, so it's got kind of like those nice thick flakes that you want out of that, but at the same time, it's still tender. Staying with the fresh catch, we also got to sample Chincoteague oysters. The thing I love about Chincoteagues is I think they're a good oyster for beginners if you've never really tried raw oysters before, because when you first slurp them down, the first thing you notice is the salinity. The thing that makes these unique is that if you chew into them, that's where that sweetness comes out. Be sure to try them with that delicious mignonette.
Vinegar has this magical thing it does when you add it to salinity, where it just kind of almost opens up other flavors.
And if raw isn't your style, try them roasted. First thing I notice is the cheese, and then you notice the oyster, and then there's these really lovely aromatic little notes from the white wine that's been involved in there as well. Another awesome dish here is the falafel bowl.
We like to start them right there on the front of the fryer, instead of dropping them right in.
Once those bottoms are nice and brown,
just slide that into the fryer.
The crust and the crunch on that falafel is fantastic. This is almost meaty the way the herb blend is. That definitely captures the magic of the promise that tzatziki makes. It's creamy, but it's also got that bright, acidy note as well.
To end this meal, we're going Dutch, and I'm not talking about the Czech.
A Dutch baby is a German-style pancake that is made in a cast iron pan in the oven. I have a cast iron skillet in my oven at 450. Take a little bit of butter, roll it around your pan.
It's out of the oven before you notice it's in.
Put some berries on it. Dust it with some powdered sugar.
It's nice and fluffy. It is kind of like a very airy sponge cake. The strawberries and the blueberries, they're tasting very nice and fresh.
I've often said that if I had to choose my final meal, it would be a cioppino, and I think Chef Zucker's cioppino is definitely high up there on the list. It was very, very good.
Oh yeah, it looked really good. I got to get me one of those Dutch babies. That looked absolutely amazing.
Yeah, check them out for their brunch. They have a really good brunch menu.
Oh, you'll find me down there. And again, that was Sugar Water Restaurant in Princess Anne. If you go, be sure to tell them that you saw them on Foodie Friday. And if you have any suggestions for Hannah or Mike, just send it to us at newsroom@WMDT.com.